Hello, everyone. Thursday, June 7th, 2012. Welcome to the show. I'm Mike Eckford.
Blow my balls. It's blustery out there today, people.
Charlie Sheen, he's come up with another delicious nugget. We're going to be talking about that.
With Lainey a little bit later.
I was going to say Lainey Louie joining us today from Lainey Gossip. She's the expert, so we will talk about Charlie Sheen's coinage of phrases.
Okay, we know it rains a lot in Vancouver, people, but seriously, it's rained the last couple of weeks.
Junuary.
It is rain for the foreseeable future, except for Saturday, which I hold high hopes for, and there's a bug being eaten just to punctuate that dreariness out there to the left of the screen.
It's just, there's no other way to put it than slightly depressing. So
no, it's totally depressing, not slightly at all.
Yeah.
I'm over it, I'm done. I need to tap out. You know how we could solve that?
How?
Well, I put on Twitter, and I don't usually complain about the weather, but I mean, seriously, the weather. And somebody suggested that, remember during the Olympics when people just walking down the street would spontaneously high-five one another?
Yeah.
Somebody on my Twitter suggested that we just like walk down the street and just be like, yeah, just like Olympic fever is here again. Remember when everyone was happy? Let's do this,
Unless it's one of those jerks that walks under the awnings with their umbrella open. You don't high-five those people, but if you're umbrella-free in Vancouver, high-five it out. The reason we're having such bad weather, I have to apologize, because I do some work with Richmond Chrysler on the radio side of things, so I've been driving all these really cool cars. I had a Dodge Charger for a little while. It was awesome. I have a Chrysler 200 convertible, and since the day that I got this car, I have been dying to put the top down. Ask me how many times in the last week and a half I've had this car. Zero. I have not had the top down on this car ever since I got it. And of course, even though
I want to see.
The Chrysler 200 is a beautiful vehicle, but the main feature of this one is it got no roof. And I wanted to have no roof, but I did find some footage of someone who didn't let that get in the way of enjoying their convertible.
I've done that before.
I'm gonna do that. To everyone at Richmond Chrysler, when I bring that sucker back and it looks like a hot tub, this is why.
Remember when I used to have a convertible? The roof got stuck down a couple of times, and I more than once drove with the top down in the rain. I did. It was a Dodge Chrysler. It wasn't a LeBaron. What was that called? Shadow. It was a Dodge Shadow.
Yeah.
Since discontinued, it was such a fantastic car.
Well, that's the precursor to the precursor to the precursor to the precursor of what I'm driving now. It's a great car, man.
Do you have a purple one like I did? Wasn't it purple?
Mine's
black.
It
was burgundy.
Mine's black because I'm a baller.
Okay, as I was saying yesterday, I just recently moved, and you know, I got rid of all my furniture, and I've ordered everything new to be in my new space, you know, starting fresh and all that blah, blah, blah. That seemed like a really good idea a few months ago. I still have no couch. I have nowhere to sit. Stupid. Anyway.
Yesterday was Toilet Mageddon?
Toilet Mageddon. Well, it wasn't really Mageddon. Like, the toilet just didn't flush properly, and, you know.
Oh, really?
My dad taught me how to do all sorts of stuff, like, you know, fix a toilet.
Yesterday, we took you through the inner workings of a toilet.
Yes, the ball cock,
my
the
seal, your rusty lug nuts. Yes.
So, Michael, I have to say, I went to Home Depot. I bought all the parts for the toilet, and the guy at Home Depot was super nice, and he said, I want you to report back when you fixed it, because you took the time out to explain it to me. It's all very simple. But then I thought, wow.
Toilets are very simple.
Ball cocks and rusty lug nuts, I don't want to deal with this. So I called my brother-in-law, and he came over and fixed it. But now, Mike, I have a new ball cock, but I'm leaking from the underhang.
If you're leaking from the underhang, it's because your seal is broken.
I was trying to explain this to someone. It just sounds so
I know,
wrong.
the whole conversation, anytime you talk about plumbing.
Like when the Home Depot man kept on saying ball cock, my 12-year-old boy was like, ball cock.
Yeah, this is part of the hazard that comes with home.
I have some of those Pax wardrobes from IKEA in my house. You know, the really big wardrobe?
Yeah, they're great.
And all I had to do, they were put together, all I had to do was change the shelving heights. Oh my God, the amount of swear words that I say when I have to deal with anything IKEA. I hope nobody could hear me.
It is part of the tradition. It's a part of the tradition. I'm not joking. When I'm doing home renos, no matter what they are, and I do quite a few of them, usually my kids aren't allowed to be around because part of the process for me.
Wasn't your daughter's first word the F-bomb because you were trying to hang curtains? I seem to remember this.
Yeah, I was hanging, I was trying to put a curtain rod up and it was an old house and I couldn't find the studs and the plaster had lead in it, probably asbestos, and anyway, so there were a lot of F-bombs. So that was the first one. Back to the rain
for one, Zach. I had to show you a really cute photo because my little 3-pound Yorkie does not like the rain, and he always is really excited to get up in the morning and run outside and go for a big walk. This morning, Guess who didn't want to get out of bed?
Oh. He's living the life, man.
Yeah, he's just hanging.
He looks like P. Diddy's dog.
Does P. Diddy have a Yorkie?
Well, I just assume that P. Diddy has lots of white sheets and soft blankets.
No, I'm like P. Diddy.
Yeah, doesn't it? I don't know why. Yeah, I just thought.
Anyway,
last but not least, Groupon, of course, a worldwide sensation. Great way to find deals. There's all kinds of different coupon services, but the creepiest Groupon of all time was issued the other day. Unfortunately, just in a certain part of the United States, this Groupon was for a home tuck-in service. In Chicago, you can $100 for a bedtime tuck-in from Ben Kobold, who is a Groupon employee, and Ben would come to your house. And he would tuck you in.
2 people bought it.
Yeah.
So what the heck you pay $100 for a stranger to come to?
Well, he comes and he makes you a hot chocolate. He reads you a story. He tucks you in, and then theoretically he leaves your house.
Is there a happy ending to this story?
How great is that picture, though?
That is terrible. The poor guy looks like he's just about to get it. Murdered, I mean.
There you are.
Okay, it is time to check in with Elise from Rock 101. Here she is.
Hey guys, well, it's an awesome week here at Rock 101, per usual, right? We've got lots of tickets to give away in the morning with me and Bro and you, little Billy Feckford. We've got Steve Earle tickets, Queen Extravaganza tickets you can pick up listening to Craig Fellner in middays, and then Dean Hill in the afternoon. We'll have tickets so you can go see Metallica. Listen, win, that's all you gotta do.
Thanks,
I, believe
Elise.
it or not, went to a Metallica concert once.
Awesome.
At Bumbershoot or something in Seattle. Still deaf.
Yeah, it's a great show. And thank you, Elise, for reminding me that my nickname was Little Billy Feckford.
Little Billy Feckford, and I will be right back after the break.